We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here we go, set.
On play action, Lance. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. The Giants now at 2-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
From the 35 on second down, Lance. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he will have a Giants first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Here we go. Here we go. Black open.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. as well now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. On first down, it's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Striker. 3-3. 52 blaster. Ready, go.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Smash, red. Fight, 60. Ready?
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Brought down back at the 31-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Lance to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But hard to believe that arm strength would... Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Harris taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14, Cowboys 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
52.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the double. Long red.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Okay, ready?
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got some space here. Shoves him aside. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak. No place to go.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
And cycle. Ready.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. The Lance going to throw. This is White on the screen. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate, Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. This one finds Pierce on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Watson. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing his Lance on third down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 45 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? To throw, it's Lance. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Wait. Set, hut.
Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. On
2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
140 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Harris running straight ahead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Watson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw, Watson.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On the give, this is Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. That one finds Pierce right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Watson on 3rd down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle, decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Lance now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Lance looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Faking the give. Now Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Watson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Lance.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch it. 6.
Now Lance. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Cowboys, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.